And MD.
What's going on, peeps?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all have to understand. I know we running a little late, but we got a full house tonight, y'all.
That's right.
We got our production crew with us tonight. We got Gabe, Victor, and T.
All right.
So we about to strap in, have some fun, y'all. I know it's late. It's like dark 30.
Oh my God.
It's like
Oh
dark
my.
30. But I got my spark, so I'm good.
Oh my.
You good?
It's bouncing off the walls. Huh?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be bouncing off the walls real quick.
Oh my. Oh my.
Okay, so how was your day?
It was good. It was good. You know, a little chilly, a little rainy, but got some stuff done. Checked some stuff off the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much stuff we get checked off the list today?
I say about 3/4 of it. That's good.
3/4.
Yeah.
High
Ha
five.
ha.
Cause I only got a fourth.
What? What?
I only got a fourth checked off the list today.
Oh my God.
Just a fourth.
Oh.
But I was busy. I was productive though.
Well, but the truth is, it'll be there tomorrow, waiting on you.
I don't like that though.
Ha!
Cause you know I like to get everything checked off the list. So when I start the next day,
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Oh,
Cause
okay.
anything can happen.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so what we talking about today?
Okay, so we've been talking about relationships, talking about dating, kind of starting the whole process. What does that look like in this day and time? Because it's crazy.
It's real crazy.
It's real crazy.
Like,
you know.
real crazy.
But we're trying to help you navigate through it, make some new decisions.
Yeah.
Truth is, we do have a strategy. We're trying to get you ready for Valentine's Day because you're going to be looking for somebody in about a month. So you need to get your life right, get their lives right, so you got somebody to dance with in 14. That's all I'm
Because
saying.
you don't want to be stuck in the house by yourself.
No, Netflixing and whatever you're doing.
Netflix and chill by yourself.
Well, I wasn't going to say but anyway, yeah.
Because I'm not going to be by myself.
Right.
By any stretch of the imagination.
My.
I will not be by myself on Valentine's Day.
Hey.
What about y'all?
I probably won't be by myself. I'm never really by myself.
Exactly.
So,
See, that don't
it
mean
just depends.
Exactly.
It depends on my vibe. What I want to do.
Yeah.
See, Gabe, we right here.
We on the same page.
We on the same page.
Yeah.
It depends on my vibe. I will not be by myself. I'm gonna go have some fun somewhere.
If I'm by myself, that means I want to be by myself.
Exactly.
Trust.
So, for us to help y'all get yourselves together tonight, we're gonna talk about learning each other.
Yeah.
Like, how do you learn your mate? See, I got an interesting story, y'all. Y'all know I always got an interesting story.
Before you get started, if you are watching us on the stream, go ahead and get in the chat. Let us know who you are and where you're viewing from. We found out that we've got people all over the world checking out this stream, and we are tripping about it. So yeah, we're excited. Go ahead.
Like somebody from the UK, like that's a trip.
Yeah.
But anyway, so okay, here's the story, y'all. So I was dating this guy one time, and I was trying to get to know him. So I suggested that we take the 5 love languages quiz.
Okay.
Right? Because I think it's very important that you understand where I'm coming from and I understand where you're coming from.
Right.
So this dude said to me, I don't know what that means.
Why you got to put all that emphasis on it?
Because that's how he said it.
Wow. It sounded like Forrest Gump.
And so in my mind, I'm like, how can you not know what love language means in this day and age? Like, it's not like love language just came out yesterday. So he was like, well, I don't know. And I was just kind of like, okay. So I sent him the link. Then he said, oh, well, I'm not really tech savvy, so I can't answer the questions. Thank you. Red flag. So I was like,
Wow.
this
You
bitch
clicking
ain't gonna
buttons,
work.
dog.
So I discerned pretty quickly
All right,
that
discernment.
that wasn't finna go nowhere.
Uh-huh.
So then the next relationship I had, another side segue real quick.
Yeah.
I brought it up again. I was like, hey, why don't you take this 5 love languages quiz so we'll get to know each other a little bit better?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right, I heard of that before. I've been in counseling, so I heard of that. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, so this is guy number 2. So guy number 2 takes it. And why did we have the same love languages? Like within like 1 or 2 points of each other. So I was like, oh, this gonna be cool. Like we could vibe, we could do this. So I was like, so tell me how you handle this and da 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 da. Then I found out he lied on his quizzes.
Wow.
I'm like, how do you lie on the quizzes?
What do you mean, how?
I'm just saying,
He's trying to get in good with you, girl.
you can't get in good with me lying. Like, as if the lie ain't gonna come out.
In his mind, it wasn't. So I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying.
At least he's
So-
observant. That means he paid attention to you.
I'm
Right,
just
right.
saying.
Give him credit for that.
Hey, I'm saying.
Yeah.
He was paying attention. So, all of that to say, there are many, many, many ways out here that you can start learning your mate. Like, I'm not saying you got to know everything in the first, month, 2 months. It's a journey. But how you gonna be lying and think ain't nobody gonna catch up with the lie?
Well, here's the real truth of it. Both sides tend to lie a little bit going in until you kind of
Yeah.
settle down.
Some of us do.
Yeah, it happens.
Some of us do.
Yeah.
I keep trying to tell you, I ain't like that. I ain't that chick. I don't be lying because I can't even keep up with the lie.
Well.
I would be like, dang it, what did I tell him?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I tell him. And if it don't get written in the calendar, I really don't know what it is. So
It's lost forever. Yeah.
it's lost forever. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, how do you make that work?
But there's something to consider because I think, again, when you talk about presenting love languages to guys, and this is just a very general statement. I mean, guys are really trying to dig in at that level. It's not typical. Some guys are very knowledgeable about it and it'll take the time to invest and all that type of thing. But sometimes guys just kind of, want to kind of laugh and be friends and, just kind of push through. And so it's really finding the one that wants to commit the time, the investment, all that kind of stuff into knowing you.
Okay, so how much time do you invest into knowing your mate?
I think it depends. And I say that because I think if you're talking, say, 40 or up, you don't want to spend a whole lot of time. And there's some things that you already know from relationships that kind of get you further, where you want to go or where you don't want to go.
Okay.
Younger, you may invest a little bit more time. I don't know. But I would just say older, hey, let's kind of figure this out pretty quickly. So
Because we ain't got time, because we going to be dead in a minute.
ain't got time. I'm finna retire, so come on.
We going to be dead in a minute, so
Right.
you better spend this 10 minutes right now.
There you go. Life insurance or no? Come on, hurry up.
Life insurance. So it's funny you say that.
Uh-huh.
So as I was getting prepared for the show today, right, I ran across this cool article on Very Well Mind, and it was saying like 7 things you can do to make your relationship better with your mate.
Yeah.
Guess what the first thing was?
What?
Take a wild guess. Y'all want to come on, gallery? It's called 7 things that can make your relationship better. That wasn't the first thing that they put on here. No.
First thing,
The first thing on the list.
have more sex.
That's a good one, though.
Well,
So the first thing that made their list was spend time apart.
Mm,
And I was like, that don't really sound right.
but it does.
But it does.
yeah,
It does.
yeah.
Because when you think about it, you don't want to be suffocated in your relationships.
You don't
So
want to be a codependent.
You don't want to be codependent.
Right.
So you need some healthy time apart. So I was reading it and I was like, okay, that's okay. Okay. And then it was talking about how that strengthens the intimacy that you have with your partner because you're spending time apart and you're getting to know each other without being suffocating, without being codependent. Okay. The second thing was go to sleep at the same time. Now, I don't know about y'all. I don't sleep. So I was like, how is that even gonna happen? Especially if you're not living together. Like, how do you go to sleep at the same time? Like, my day don't stop until about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But if I have a mate that, you know, they going to sleep at like 10,
That's a fact.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why though. Like, why is that a thing? Like, why was that on the list? Did they explain it?
So what they said was, for a healthier relationship, heading to bed at the same time, there are night owls and early birds who live on different schedules, and then there are those who work in bed while the other is watching Netflix in another room. So whatever the situation, if you synchronize your times, it brings you closer to your mate.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either.
I don't really know about that because I think that's kind of an impossibility depending on like what you do for a living, what your
Correct.
sleep schedule is typically,
Right.
like whatever. You know, that's a difficult thing. I don't know how people doing that.
I don't know how people do that either, but they were saying that if you do that, you would have less conflict. I don't understand how that would happen because
I don't know how that correlates, but okay.
exactly.
If it floats your boat.
If you whatever floats your boat.
Right.
Okay, here was the other one. Be vulnerable.
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right. We all understand that one. We all on one accord. Okay. Create novel experiences.
Meaning.
Meaning, even though you want pizza every Saturday night, sometimes you need to do something different
Yeah.
so your mate will feel included.
Yeah.
So if you one of those people that every Sunday you have to have your Starbucks coffee and well, I can't say Chick-fil-A because they close on Sunday. Your Starbucks coffee and I guess some chicken from Popeyes.
Right.
I know that's a horrible combination, but
Cholesterol
I mean,
gonna be high as hell.
Oh, yes.
but if that's your thing, like sometimes you still need to, you know, spruce it up a little bit, do something different to include your mate.
Yeah.
Like I don't do the same thing every Sunday. Like I might want some fish. I don't want some chicken. I might want to stay at home one Sunday, or the next Sunday I might want to go out. Like I'm not that drawn to just doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
So I think that is just so you don't get bored with your mate.
Right.
Okay, so one of the last things was surprise with little things.
Yep.
I'm all for that. I love surprises. What I do, because to me it makes me feel like you really are in tune to me because you're paying attention to, you know, the little things.
So one of your love languages must be receiving gifts then.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. But my biggest one is quality time.
Okay.
So if you ain't spending time with me, you messed up.
Oh, my. Oh,
Like,
my.
for real. You messed up.
Wow.
No, I'm being honest.
Okay.
It's like the top thing on my list is quality time, but all of mine are like 1 point away from each other.
Okay.
So,
So you can probably take a little bit of all of it at some point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
so your thoughts on that list?
It's an interesting list. The first few I was like, I don't know, but as you went further down, it just made automatic
It
sense
makes
for
kind
me.
of sense, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that's what we talking about today, y'all. Learning each other. So we'll be right back.
everything. Come on and sit down. I'll order us around. I wanna know everything. Girl, where's your hometown? Are those your mama's eyes? What are you doing for the rest of your life? 'Cause I'm already thinking about you and me getting out of here and taking a drive. Just slide a little closer, put your head on my shoulder like this ain't our first time. Girl, don't worry about holding on tight, 'cause I'm already calling you mine. Whoa, whoa. I know that there's a chance I'm thinking too fast. Tell me, am I right or am I reading this wrong? They'll play the last song, the lights will come on. That don't mean we can't take the long way home, home, home. 'Cause I'm already thinking about you and me getting out of here and taking a drive. Just slide a little closer, put your head on my shoulder like this ain't our first time. Girl, don't worry about holding on tight, 'cause I'm already calling you mine. If you like the way that sounds, we can leave this place right now, right now. I'm already thinking about you and me getting out of here and taking a drive. Just slide a little closer, put your head on my shoulder like this ain't our first time. Girl, don't worry about holding on tight, 'cause I'm already calling you mine. Whoa, whoa. I'm already calling you mine. Whoa, whoa.
And we're back.
All right.
What's up?
What's up?
So, do we start this conversation with the attention, or do we start with the 5 love languages, or are we going to start with communication styles? Where do you want to start?
I would say go ahead and let's kind of stick with love languages for right now
Okay.
and talk about that.
All right. So, for those of you who are not familiar with the 5 love languages, you should go check out 5, the number 5, lovelanguages.com. So when you go to the 5 love languages, it will give you all kind of information about the 5 love languages, who they like, what they are, and then it allows you to take a quiz so you can find out what your love language is. Now, I told y'all earlier, I'm different because all of mine are literally 1 point away from each other. But you take the quiz, and then you can have your partner take the quiz, and then y'all can talk about it. But then they also have other quizzes that you can take that kind of recenter your focus on how your love languages help you with conflict, help you with just kind of everyday interaction. So it's pretty cool because at first they only just had the 5 love language quiz. Now they have other quizzes that you can take that will help you kind of navigate just general everyday life.
Okay.
So, how do you want to get into this, MD?
I guess, we kind of talked about the test itself. I guess kind of making people aware of what those languages are. But I think the other part, and not to totally get into it right now, but I think we will talk about, again, if you know your love language and you know your partner's love language, how you really serve your partner's love language and not just your own.
So, how were you introduced to love languages?
How was I introduced? Through a counselor at a church that I used to play for.
Okay.
Brought it up,
Would
and
be Concord by any chance?
it would happen to be Concord. Of course, it was Concord. Yes.
Because you know they real good about educating you on that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Took the test, and honestly, and again, just kind of going back to what I was saying, I took the test and I, kind of knew my languages. I'm like, okay, and ran with that, but I did not really embrace the fact that, the women that I would date, I'm not really trying to find out their love language. I'm not trying to serve their language. It's like, hey, this is my language, so this is how I function. So I just want to let you know, and I thought that was enough. But when you get into that concept of love languages, it is really asking for the work in knowing the other person, and serving the other person, and learning and studying the other person, so that their language is filled, and in return they feel your language.
Okay. So when I did it, it was the premarital class.
Mm-hmm.
So it was me and the ex-husband did it, and at that point I had heard of love languages, but I didn't understand how you use them in the context of your relationship.
Right.
So here are the 5 love languages. Ready?
Okay.
Quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to repeat that?
I'd say repeat it because there's
One more time.
somebody in the back didn't hear you.
Okay. Quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts.
Okay.
What's your top?
My top 2 are quality time and physical touch. And it's funny because I think the quality time kind of snuck up on me, being that I was such an introverted guy for most of my life, but I'm starting to kind of peel that shell off. So now I really enjoy conversations. I really enjoy deep conversations. So the quality time is right on point with that.
Okay.
Physical touch, she needs to touch my hands, she needs to touch my hair, my beard, something. Otherwise, go home. I'm just saying. Something.
Can she touch your pinky?
Hey,
yo.
hey,
Yo.
touch my pinky. She can have my card. Go right ahead.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I told y'all this was gonna be fun tonight.
Wow.
So my top 3 are quality time, physical touch, and words of affirmation.
Okay.
So you gotta hold my hand, hug me, something. Like I told y'all, 2 shows, I am a hugger. Like I love hugs. So it just means, like for me, that's, if you ain't touching me, you don't like me.
Oh,
Facts.
Let me.
I'm just saying.
Facts.
If you not touching me, you don't like me.
Right. Let me say this real quick. Those that are watching the stream, we'd like to know your love languages as well.
Yep.
Not only what your love language is, but if you have had struggles with your partner feeding into your love language.
Ooh, funny you should say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so quality time, number 1.
Yep.
Physical touch, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Words of affirmation, number 3.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, you can't talk to me any kind of way.
Oh my.
But quality time means you have to put forth some effort to spend some time with me.
Right.
And I don't understand how people can be in relationship with other people and you think you ain't supposed to spend time together. So if you know that your partner's love language is quality time, why in the heck would you not spend some time with that person?
Again, I think it goes back to the core. They know your love language is quality time, but you're asking for the sacrifice. You're asking for them to give up what they normally would do to make you happy. And sometimes that's a challenge.
But why is that a challenge if you decided that you wanted to be with me?
I'll tell you why. Because I'm almost willing to bet that the person that you're talking about didn't have the same language. So they didn't value it the same that you do. So let's say, for instance, his is acts of service and yours is quality time. Then again, he's still thinking acts of service, top of brain. Yours is kind of there, but then he's still like, oh, girl, well, you pretty and you sexy and I'm going to grab your booty and all this other stuff. Instead of, I'm going to invest the time in this language, even though I don't know how to speak that language fluently, I'm going to figure it out.
That's deep. You said the operative word. You gonna figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
See, I am of the assumption that, and I'm not saying men, I'm saying people in general
Yeah,
won't figure it out.
right. They don't want to do the work.
They don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
So what y'all thinking over there, crew?
Yeah, so I've taken it. I've taken the test before. He just took his.
Okay, so what is yours?
Mine was physical touch and acts of service, and then quality time was like third. So they were
Okay.
like kind of close.
Yeah.
those
And they
last
was
two.
real close one
Yeah.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Victor.
Quality time.
Quality
I didn't
time.
know where the other one was.
Quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving
Quality
gifts.
time. I thought we had a scroll for the other ones. I don't see the other ones.
Oh,
So that means quality
That
time
was
is like
a
the
big thing
top
for you, then.
one for you.
Well, it was 37%. Then there's a 30%. Is that the hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
physical touch.
So that's physical touch.
And then 23 is the text message. So is that communication?
Yeah.
So yeah, quality.
Words of
physical
affirmation.
communication, And then you got like a bell and then a gift.
Okay.
The bell is 7. The gift is 3.
Acts of service. And then,
So acts of service and gifts.
Yeah, yeah.
See, gifts is at the bottom of my list.
I don't need gifts. I'm
I
not a
don't
gift
need-
person.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
I don't need the gifts. I need the time.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I need the time and the touch.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You gotta touch me.
Like acts of service is big for me too, though, because it's like one of those things. Like if you can take something off of my plate, something that I don't have to think about, like, and just take it over. Like that's yours.
So
Like,
we had a
That's peace.
conversation. What was that, last week?
I think so.
What I was talking about. Okay, so I was dating this guy, and he was like, "You ain't ever got to take the trash out no more." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, praise the Lord! I don't have to take out the trash." And so he would come over and take out the trash. And so now that we're not together,
Oh, you in pain right
I'm
now.
in pain.
I was that guy. I definitely. I'm like,
Baby is your trash.
yeah. But, like I'm never letting you touch no trash if you with me. Like,
But
I don't,
I'm just
I
saying,
don't do that.
like, I took it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
And now that it's gone, I was like,
Yeah.
dang.
Right.
I know. I still get calls.
You still get called. What she say? Gabe, honey, can you
Hey,
come?
can you help me out?
Mm-hmm.
I need some help.
Right.
What do I say? I'm on the way.
See, I'm on the way.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
on the way.
What we're all saying is you really need to know. You really need to know your mate's love language so you can kind of talk and deal and be compatible.
It is very much, if you ever took a trip to France, you would need to know the language to be able to function in that country.
But I thought they spoke English.
Wow. Wow. Really? Really? Really?
Well, English is the universal language, right?
Ma'am.
I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
saying.
In Timbuktu, where they speak. Okay, yeah, that one.
I'm just saying.
Uh-huh.
No, but I get that. Like, you need to prepare yourself. You need to know the language. You need to be able to move around.
Right.
So, the love languages are the same thing. Like, you need to be able to navigate your mate.
Yeah.
And to me, that's like the door into understanding your mate better is kind of learning what their love language is, because it allows you to meet them at where they are.
Mm-hmm. And every mate is different.
And not only is every mate different, but your love language can change over time or based on your experiences.
Yeah.
So don't get stuck on the test that you took today, because it could be different next week.
Yeah. And just even to further kind of expound on that, you're saying that the love languages could change, but I think people do tend to grow and change over time. You know? And again, a lot of times we don't take that into account. I think sometimes you look at the person, you see certain qualities, and it's like, oh, okay, so that's the package I'm going to have for 40 or 50 years, not understanding they're going to be reading, they're going to be growing, they're going to be changing, health things, you know, whatever the case may be. And you have to be ready to even adapt to that.
Right.
Yeah.
So some of the other tests on the 5 love language sites is, how does the person make restitution? Isn't that big?
My.
I know. Another one is, how do you handle your anger?
That's major. That's major.
That's major.
That's major.
Which is why I'm saying the 5 love languages, that's an investment. Like, I would tell anybody who is embarking on a relationship to invest the time to do the 5 love languages test.
Yeah, absolutely.
That should be our homework.
You know what?
There we go.
There you go.
That boy good.
So the homework from the Convo with Nick and MD, everybody should go take their love language, and then come to the show 3 feed and comments and tell us what your love languages are and what you learned from taking the test.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And I will be the first to post. I'll post tomorrow, and what I have been learning about my love languages.
Come on, teacher. Come on.
I'm not a teacher.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's a good segue into communication styles.
Yeah.
So, what kind of communication style do you have? Did you all know that there are 4 types of communication styles?
Okay.
Okay, what are they, Victor?
He don't know. He don't know.
Direct. Indirect. This is, I swear, this is something I learned at the beginning of the full self thing.
Oh,
We
wow.
talked about that. I know I'm wrong, but what is it?
Okay, y'all ready?
Yo.
You have passive, passive aggressive,
Okay.
aggressive, and assertive.
Okay.
Explain the difference between
It's-
assertive and aggressive. I mean, I know it,
Assertive,
but I don't
okay.
think people do.
Assertive is, okay, how can I explain this? Assertive is, I express that we both have rights and needs.
Okay.
Aggressive is, I'm just insisting that my rights and needs are met.
Wow.
Do you see the difference?
Gotcha. Okay.
So let's repeat that one more time.
Okay.
Assertive is, we both have rights and needs that need to be expressed. Aggressive is, I'm only worried about my rights and my needs.
Okay.
And that is going to be the only thing that prevails.
Wow.
So characteristics of an aggressive person, they are inappropriately honest, direct, expressive, they attack, they blame, they control, they are self-enhancing at the expense of other people.
Okay.
Let that marinate for a little bit.
Don't point at me.
Assertive, they are appropriately honest, they are direct, self-enhancing, expressive, self-confident, but they are empathetic to the emotions of all involved.
Okay.
So then let's look at passive. Passive means everybody else's rights and needs are more important than mine. that person is going to be emotionally dishonest, indirect, inhibited, self-denying, blaming, and apologetic.
Okay.
And then for the passive aggressive, they gonna subtly make it clear that their rights and needs prevail. So they're emotionally dishonest, indirect, they self-deny at first, and then it's at the expense of the people that they love. Okay, so where do y'all fit on that spectrum?
Well, I know for me, in the past, I have definitely been passive.
Okay.
I was definitely one because I hate arguing personally. Like I retreat. I'm like, all right, you got it. That's my favorite. That's my favorite phrase is you got it.
Yeah.
So I've definitely been passive in the past. I think over time I've become more assertive.
Okay.
And just starting to be more honest about how I feel
Okay.
in situations. But
MD?
I'm funny. I'm about to say the same thing. Passive, assertive at times, but passive. Then sometimes even passive aggressive.
Really? Okay.
I'm so glad you don't see that side of it, though.
Well, I'm very assertive because you're going to know how I feel. I'm very assertive. But I have been told that I can be very aggressive. But I think what keeps me from just being aggressive is because I really do care how other people feel.
Gotcha.
So I'm very assertive. And in the past, like, I want to say kind of prior to my marriage, I was more passive aggressive. And then as I walked through that time period in my life, I became aggressive to a point because I think I got tired of somebody taking me for granted.
Wow.
And then I became more assertive as that time ended because then I learned how to actually stand on, okay, it's okay for me to have these feelings. My feelings are valid. And then I learned how to communicate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I went from passive aggressive to assertive, if that makes sense.
yeah, I think different people, as T said over here, different people bring out different things.
Right.
So, I can say that from experience. Like I've had partners that have made me aggressive because they were aggressive.
Yep.
So if you turn up on me, I'm turning up on you.
Right,
Like,
right.
You don't get to just talk to me crazy.
Exactly.
So yeah, that part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just got triggered right there. My fault.
No, I understand.
We felt it.
But yeah.
Gabe, I
Like,
understand.
yeah, that I don't play that. Like, don't think that you can talk to me any kind of way and not get that back, because I'll go 10 times worse.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, other partners have made me more passive.
Yes.
I'd be like, all right, no, you got it. You got it. I don't even want to deal with it.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with what comes with you feeling the type of way. So
Yep.
you win.
Yep.
So yeah.
Because I think it's funny you say that. I was talking to one of my homegirls, and we were talking about this whole thing about, how when you're in a relationship, you tend to kind of take a back seat to who you are because you're trying to learn the partner, you're trying to make everything fit, you're trying to become like who you're supposed to be as a couple. And so we were talking about this, and what struck me was, and I don't know if this is a female thing because I've not met many men who feel this way, but you feel like you actually morph into somebody that is not yourself. Because when you're in the relationship, you don't want it to be just about you. You really do want it to be about the two of you. So you start morphing into who you're supposed to be in this relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I think what happens is, as you're morphing, then you're being disingenuous as to who you really are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think, to tie this back to today's topic, when you're getting to know each other, you need to bring your whole self to the table. Like, you need to be uniquely you. And if the person cannot accept that this is who you are, you got to be like, deuce.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Right.
bye,
Facts.
Felicia. Not Felicias that are on here tonight.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Right.
Because I said I wasn't going to say that
See?
because we have followers named Felicia.
Right.
But,
Right.
you know, you have to protect who you are as a person.
Absolutely.
Because when you're in the coupledom, you should still be individuals.
And I think that comes with experience, though. Like, a lot of young people, they kind of just they blend their lives together and they just become each other.
Yeah.
And everything that they do on a daily basis revolves around each other.
Right.
So, exactly, soul ties. Like, I think until you learn how to navigate that through experience, like, you're automatically going to show up a certain way because that's who you feel like you're supposed to be in that relationship.
Ooh, say that one more time.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Listen,
like,
that's
your
true.
representative becomes your identity.
The
That's it. That's it.
representative becomes the identity.
Right. Right.
Let that mirror.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, these are the conversations that we need to have. Because that's so true. The representative does become your identity because you're too busy making yourself into what you're not because you think that that's who you're supposed to be, when the reality is you're supposed to be your unique, crazy, whatever self that God made you.
Right. Right.
Like, I was talking to a friend today, and I said, oh my God, we have known each other for like 10 years. I was like, you have put up with all of this quirkiness for 10 years, like 10 years of friendship. Then I look at you, I'm like, you and I have been friends 15, 20 years.
Right.
All this quirkiness, all this craziness, all of this attitude, all of this. You get to experience that on a daily basis, and you still love my crazy ass.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
And it's interesting, too, how easy it is for us to show up as ourselves in platonic friendships.
Yeah.
But we can't
But we
do that.
can't do that in romantic relationships.
Right.
Because there's other factors involved that we feel like we got to acquiesce to certain things in order for this to work.
That's it. That's it.
It's wild.
Dang.
It's wild.
Dang. See what? These are the conversations we supposed to be having.
Yeah.
All right, so one more thing. Communication styles and love languages.
The attention.
So, does that help you in your relationships when you need to start really spending time with your mate and paying attention to your mate? How does knowing all of that show up?
As far as love languages, or
Like, how do the love language, the knowledge of the love language, the knowledge of your communication style, the knowledge that you now have about your partner, how does all of that show up in your relationship?
I think, if I were to take a stab at that, say for instance, if it's again a love language that is not my own, is theirs, that it is really, and let's just say it's receiving gifts.
Okay.
For me, I'm thinking about the gift to give, and I'm also, for me personally, and I don't know about anybody else, I'm thinking about the gift to give and the story behind the gift.
Okay.
Like, why do I give this gift? Why do I think it's important to you? Because I think if I'm expressing how I think it's important to you, you're going to validate it, or you're going to say, no, this is not really what I need. But again, it's going to be more of the lesson for me rather than the slap in the face.
Okay. Okay.
And again, we go back to the investment, doing the work, just trying to figure it all out.
So then, do you take the knowledge that you have gained? Does that impact how you interact with your mate?
It's going to impact it one way or the other, surely. But hopefully it's on the positive where you don't take it as, them trying to tear you down or anything like that if you get some type of constructive criticism.
Okay.
Hey, let me try it again. Let me try to figure this out, whatever the case is. And that's aside from all the other factors like work, family, whatever else that may be going on in your life. Make this very much a very separate thing and a very dedicated thing in terms of learning that person and really trying to connect with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're putting in the work to know your mate. You're trying to get to know them. You're trying to make the effort.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if your mate does not accept that?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Here's the work. You try again. And hopefully you both are doing the work together. Now, if for whatever reason the partner does not want to do the work, then you start to kind of reassess, is this really worth me spending my time with this person if they don't want to do the work with me? Because again, if you're coming together as a couple, hopefully that's a growth moment. Anytime you meet somebody and you date somebody, you're looking in the mirror and facing some things that you can't figure out by yourself.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You can't figure it out by yourself, because then that goes back to what we were saying last week and the week before, is when you're in relationship with people, it should be helping both of you become the best versions of yourself.
Right.
So as you're learning each other, you're again becoming a better version of yourself, because now you have this awareness of not only yourself but of your partner. And so that should be working hand in hand so you guys can have a successful relationship. At least we hope.
And let's talk about success, because again, we want the success to be with that person and the happily ever after, whatever. But I think many of us have had so many instances where it didn't go all the way to that. At least take away the lesson that you learned about yourself, and particularly if it's something that you need to fix before you go into another relationship. Be whole as much as you can going forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so no attention, too much attention, or too little attention?
My initial answer to that, at least starting off, and it really depends on the person, because I think when I'm looking at it, some women want lots of attention.
Okay.
But I think sometimes with lots of attention, it can kind of smother the opportunity for the relationship to breathe a bit.
Okay.
You've got to miss me just a tad bit. You've got to have time to sit and think about even if this is worth going another day or another minute. But if I'm always there, then you're always, again, trying to put the face on and trying to, represent, oh, yeah, it's great. I don't want to tell you the truth yet, but yeah, it's great. I'm happy. Okay, oh, don't look at me like that. I'm happy.
And the bubble always bursts.
Yep.
Right.
The bubble always bursts.
That's right.
Every time.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
No.
Again, it's something you kind of take the temperature on, but I just my main thing is just don't smother it.
Yep.
Give it a little bit of time to breathe, and I think over time you'll figure out if you need to ramp it up, if you need to pull back. I think too much pull back, you leave space for somebody else to compliment her or to give her a gift or to connect with her in some kind of way, and hopefully, with the work that's been done, is strong enough to fight off the bears.
No, I totally get that, because I am a person who is quality time. That's like my number one. You would think that I would be a person that just wants the attention.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Like, that ticks me off. Because no, it does tick me off. It really does. Like, it ticks me off because I feel like you're trying too hard. And so,
Yep.
like, there was this dude that was trying to date me, and I just felt like he was too needy and too clingy.
Yeah.
And it turned me off. Like, I was just like, ugh. Like, I didn't want him to call me. I didn't want to text. I didn't want, because it was so to me, it was overdone.
Yeah.
And so, I don't need that 24/7.
Here's one other point, kind of along the same lines, and I kind of hinted at it just a minute ago. You really want both sides to be as whole as possible.
Yep.
So again, the whole person is going to have other things that they're doing personally to grow, other friends that they connect with, other ventures that they're involved with, and inside of the relationship piece, they make a way to fit you in and for you to be a part of that, but not rush you into their lives as if you have to absorb it just to, be with me or whatever.
Right.
Give you time to kind of take it all in. Do you really want this or not or whatever? So again, kind of goes back to the too much attention. Sometimes that's a red flag that a person may need some healing in other places.
I was gonna say that you're a control freak.
I was about to say the same thing. It's a lot of times it's a manipulative thing. Like, it's really a manipulative control thing sometimes with that. Like, they call it love bombing, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the phrase that everybody
It
talking
is.
about now. But yeah, like, it's that over the top, like, I'm gonna do the most just to make sure that you like never want to leave.
Yes.
It's not because I really love you like that.
Wow.
Right.
It's because I want to keep you here.
Yes.
And I think everything that I'm doing is keeping you right here. Like,
And that is so not the truth.
nah,
Keeping like a pet instead of a person.
right.
Wow.
Look, I am not your pet.
Right.
I am not Rover. All right, y'all. So tell us what you think about attention, no attention, too much attention, your 5 love languages, your communication styles. Hit us up in the comments while we take this break.
Let's do it.
Her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Yeah, I know, when I compliment her, she won't believe me. And it's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me, do I look okay? I say, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. Yeah. Her lips, I could kiss them all day if she'd let me. Her laugh, she hates, but I think it's so sexy. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Oh, you know, I never ask you to change. If perfect's what you're searching for, then just stay the same. So don't even bother asking if you look okay. You know I'll say, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. Yeah.
What's up? What's up? Thank you all. Thank you all for hanging with us on a Tuesday night. Wanted to just give a few shout outs. We know that a few people in Ireland, in UK, and Australia, among other countries, are listening to us. So we appreciate you hanging with us. Whatever time it may be there, you are hanging with us. Also, see that the chat is on fire.
Yes, thank you. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Finally,
Finally,
you guys are talking to us.
Oh wow.
That is what it's all about.
Exactly. Let me mention this real quick. YouTube is starting to develop, so there's a live tab that has all of the events that are coming up, and a notify me button that you can hit to remind you when we're going to be on, which you already know it's every Tuesday
At 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock. But there's also a community tab. It's got some questions for you to answer, some different posts. YouTube is trying to kind of get a face almost like Facebook, basically.
Pretty much.
So either place, and also IG, TikTok, we're going to be taking over this social platforms.
We trying to do our best. We doing our best, thanks to Maestro. And then if you guys want to donate to the show, you can do that using I think we have a PayPal link.
There's a PayPal link. I know it's definitely on Facebook. I'll put it in a few other places too.
So, okay, MD, what else did you want to talk about? Let's get into some of these comments.
Let's see. We had a few people that were agreeing. I see Carmen says anyone can give gifts. The right person doesn't have to.
Oh. Okay, wait a minute. Carmen, wait. Carmen said what now?
Anyone can give gifts. The right person doesn't have to.
Oh.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. Carmen, I just want to understand why the right person doesn't have to. Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I know where she's going with that. The right person doesn't have to give gifts because they know you, so they already know how you are wired and how you work, so they don't have to give a gift. I wonder if that's what she was.
I think, it's probably a feeling thing more than anything.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't feel like I need a gift from you if you are the right person. Or if you bring enough to the
table.
I hate that, but yeah.
Okay.
Carmen, you got to come back and explain that, girl. You should have called in. Matter of fact, call in, Carmen. What's
Okay.
the number? 214?
The number.
Because you know I can't read this.
214-556-6239.
Carmen, call back. Gabe, give the number one more time.
214-556-6239.
Carmen, call in because we need to unpack that, girl.
Yeah.
Carmen is my girl from high school.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Yeah.
Carmen. Okay.
Okay,
Give it
well
to me again.
we'll do that. 214.
214-556-6239.
See, that's why we have you guys, our production team extraordinaires.
Yeah.
Because we don't know nothing. We still learning. we 3 shows in.
That's what we're here for.
Exactly.
That's what we're
See,
here for.
teamwork make the dream work.
That's
Look
a
at
fact.
that.
You know how we
Look
do.
at that.
We just got another comment from Felicia Pettiford.
Uh-huh.
I think it's important to be as honest and direct as possible when talking about love languages, communication styles, and investment.
Okay.
No one is a mind reader, so I appreciate
Amen.
honesty up front, and I try to be the same. I also think it's important to extend some grace to each other during this process, because in this cancel culture, here we go, generation in time, we are quick to dismiss people and write people off.
Ooh, Miss Felicia.
Woo.
Miss Felicia.
The question, Felicia, is: are you single?
Miss Felicia, I think you are correct. I think we live in a time where people are quick to dismiss. But I think that's because we live in a time where people are too busy giving the representative and not their unique self.
Right.
Well, I think it's that, and I think it's the fact that we're in an instant gratification culture.
Yes.
So we look at social media and think we got all the options in the world. You go on your Explore page, you open it up, it's nothing but the baddest, the baddest in the world. And then you got to go to the crib and then look at the person that you chose to be with.
And they ain't the baddest in the world.
It may not be that, but
Right.
the reality, I think we're so accustomed to being able to scroll and see what we want to see, get whatever we want to get, eat whatever we want to eat at a click of a button.
Kind of a have it your way type
Yeah.
thing.
Wow.
Everything is have it your way.
Yeah.
We live in a Burger King world.
Yep. Yep.
We
Yep.
live in a Burger King world.
Mm-hmm.
No, that is so true though, because we think that we should have it right now. Like right now with no work, we don't have to do anything to keep it. We don't have to do anything to get it. We don't have to do anything to appreciate it. We don't have to do anything. We feel like once we have it, that's it. And that is not the reality. The reality is what you did to get that person is what you do to keep the person, male or female. You can't just get the person and stop.
Right.
You gotta put some kind of effort, some kind of work, some kind of time into knowing the person, being with the person, creating whatever the unit is that you guys decided to create.
The learning never
on it
stops.
tonight.
The learning never stops.
The learning never stops.
No matter whether you're in a relationship for 6 months or 25 years,
It
like
still never
that
stops.
person is gonna always change. Like as people grow, people change, and there's certain needs and wants that they may not have 10 years down the line.
Wow.
So you got to be open and receptive to learning a new person
Right.
at all times.
Yep.
Preach.
Yep. That's it.
Preach. You preaching.
Why does it sound like church up in here?
Because it is. Welcome to the Church of the Convo.
Oh my God. Oh my.
Anytime.
No,
anytime.
that's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like change is inevitable. Change always happens.
Exactly.
Change, you cannot live in this life and there is no change.
Right.
There is change moment to moment. Forget every day. There is change moment to moment.
Right.
So if change happens moment to moment, that means the person is going to change moment to moment. And whatever that person is experiencing is going to change who that person is.
Yep.
Moment to moment,
Yep.
second to second,
Mm-hmm.
millisecond to
Oh,
millisecond.
what? Millisecond?
Millisecond. I know we get it, but some people don't.
You could go down nanosecond. We could take it down
A
another.
nanosecond. I
Right.
mean,
Right.
I don't know what's lower than that.
I don't know what's lower than nanosecond. But no, I just think people need to understand that, you know, when you're getting to learn your mate, it's always a learning process. Like nobody just stops and says, okay, today I like blue and that's it. I ain't gonna ever like nothing else. Today I like sausage. I mean,
Yo,
I'm just
right,
saying,
right.
like, no. But I'm just saying, like, there is no time where people are gonna be like, oh, well, that's it. Like,
Yeah.
that's just it.
Right.
So,
And if that was the case, you'd be really bored.
and who don't like to be bored is me. If I'm gonna be bored, I'm gonna leave.
Ooh,
Like
facts.
that's number one.
Wow.
I'm going to leave. Like I ain't staying, and because I like to have too much fun.
Facts. Facts.
Oh my.
What else is in the comments?
I think that is it for now. Just kind of general, great show. Supportive crowd out there. Thank you.
Shout out to Miss Felicia, to Miss Kelly, to Mr. Martin, to Miss Carmen. That's all I can see on my end.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So thank y'all for hanging with us tonight. Anything else you got on your mind?
quick announcement. We are finishing up the relationship series as of next Tuesday. And kind of in conjunction with this, we're taking a different spin. February, we're going to start talking about a kind of interesting concept that seems to be popular now, emotional intelligence. Kind of unpacking what in the world is that. So definitely stay tuned. We'll be posting not only just the notices about those shows, but different questions that just want to kind of pick your brain and see kind of where you are on different things. One that I've already put, well, I think it's coming out. It should be hitting tomorrow. Give some thought to what is mindfulness. What does that mean to you?
Interesting.
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 Yes.
Mindfulness.
Why is everybody humming in here?
Because people are not mindful.
Well, they are not. They are not. They are
People
not
just be
mindful.
using words.
They're not mindful.
People just be using words and saying stuff.
Exactly.
They
My
don't even-
point exactly is I think they just kind of grab something and throw it out. But again, I really want us to be on the same page at some point and talking about this and what it means and what it doesn't mean. Does it really matter to us? Does it not matter? Is it just something we just kind of flipping in the air and hoping somebody gives some attention to it?
Yeah. That's what people are going to think.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get there, next week,
Yeah.
we're talking about So We Booed Up.
Booed up.
So we booed up.
All right.
So next week we're going to talk about what? Next week we're talking about defining the relationship. Or the entanglement.
Entanglements, right.
But hopefully you're not in an entanglement.
Entanglements be fun sometimes.
I didn't say they wasn't fun.
I'm
I'm just saying, hopefully.
Entanglements be lit.
They do.
That little month
Entangle-
and a half.
Entanglements and situationships are kind of fun. Can be.
Oh my.
But hopefully you are in a relationship. So we're going to talk about next week
Right.
defining your relationship. How do you approach defining your relationship? When do you cut your losses? Because it's just not working out. And, do you go Facebook public?
I'm about to
Or
say
do
social media public. Oh my
Do
goodness.
you go social media public? I mean, how do you do that when you booed up? So that's next week. So we want you prepared to talk about next week. And then February, we want you to prepare to talk about emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
But next week,
That point.
next week, we really want to talk about this whole being booed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Start holding hands at this point.
When you gonna hold my hand, MD?
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna go back to your first week conversation.
No.
Wait, I missed it. What? Y'all gonna have to fill me in.
Okay.
So is it okay when you booed up to have that conversation that she had with you?
When you boot up.
When you
Okay.
booed up,
When you boot
it's
up.
okay.
Yeah.
But not when you're not booed up.
So I got to tell the story real quick.
Yeah, you gotta tell because that's a good one.
Talking to the mic, we can't.
Okay. I'm scared of talking to the mic again. So all of y'all that are listening, y'all probably gonna remember this. Some of y'all new, so y'all get to laugh at my expense. So anyways, so we were talking
We're not
about
laughing
dating.
at you. We laughing with you.
Okay, but I'm not laughing. So anyways, so we were talking about dating apps. and we were talking about Facebook dating and all that. So we were starting off the show with our dating faux pas. And so mine, oh man, wow.
Let them use you.
So mine, I met this young lady through Facebook dating app, and we were texting back and forth. Everything seemed to be okay, and I think for all intents and purposes, whenever you want to video chat somebody, you kind of let them know, hey, I like to video chat, and go ahead and do it. But she kind of jumped and did it and didn't say anything, and I happened to miss the video chat. So I pick up the phone. I saw I missed it, so I called her right back. So we're talking and, trying to kind of small talk, trying to get to know each other and all this. And then out of nowhere, she laid this question on me that I emphasize never have been asked in my life. She said, Maurice, are you a Muslim?
Hey, yo, you can't.
Just out of nowhere.
Yo,
But wait. I'm sorry. I left out one important part. So before we even get to that part, she's like, Maurice, I'm a real good girl. Nothing's gonna pop off.
We've heard that before.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. But my thing was, that's great because I really didn't say nothing was gonna pop off. I didn't say I was going there, but if you mentioned it, it's fine. It's fine. So she asked me, if I'm a Muslim. I was like, what made you say that?
Because you look like Brother Malak.
She thought you was Minister Farrakhan.
For real, man. And I'm like,
Brother Bilal in the building.
I feel like I needed
Bilal Muhammad.
I feel like I needed my tie. I needed the tie, the bean pie. I just needed it all, to finish it all. So she said, it was the beard. The beard made you look like a Muslim and all this. And I'm like, well, okay, that's not my story. But yeah.
Nah.
So in the same conversation, we're talking about 10 or 15 minutes later.
Wait, there's more.
There is more. Maurice, you can come over and you can do what you want.
I knew she was lying. I knew it.
Man.
Because, dog, come on.
Dude, I was like,
Yeah.
what?
I already knew the vibes. The moment she said that, she's like, nah, I'm not doing nothing.
Oh.
I'm not, you're not going to touch nothing.
Right.
Shut up.
I was
That's
like,
cap.
man, I'm talking Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of moment right here. What?
I knew it. I'm good, boy.
The craziness.
But that's what I'm saying. Would that have been okay if y'all were booed up?
Boot up is a whole different thing. I don't know this chick. I don't know what she got. I don't know what she's trying to give me. So no, ma'am. Keep your little stanky self over there in the corner. Keep it in the corner.
Stanky self.
Stank yourself.
But you don't know what it smells. Never mind.
No, go ahead and say it, Gabe. Go ahead and say it.
You don't know. You just don't know. You never know. Like,
oh my God. See? These are the conversations
Lord.
of our lives.
Really? On a Tuesday night. On a Tuesday night. Okay.
So again, everybody, thank you for hanging with us tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you to our crew tonight. Thank you, Gabe. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, T.
Yeah.
We got another show in the books.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, LD.
Wow.
So we will see y'all. Same bat time, same bat place.
Mm-hmm. Real quick. Hey, get in the habit of sharing these videos with people. You know somebody that wants to hear this crazy story that I just laid out. Tomorrow morning, share it on your feed. I'm willing to give it away for free. I'm willing. Hey, what else can I do?
You willing to give it away for free?
I'm willing to give it away.
What else you gonna give away?
Hush,
for free?
girl, hush. So, anyways, go ahead.
Same bat time.
Same bat channel, yeah.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Why we can't say
9
like
o'clock.
same pizza time, same pizza channel?
We can say that if you want
Thank
to.
you. 'Cause
Same pizza time.
Same pizza channel.
Same pizza. Exactly.
Well, the thing about it is I'm speaking it so that it will be.
Manifestation. Urgent.
Wow. Okay, so Domino's, Marco's, Pizza Hut.
Either
Not
one of y'all,
man,
if y'all
one
like
of
us real, if y'all like us, y'all can bring us a free
Lusage.
pizza. That's
Like-
all I'm saying.
Massage.
Who?
That's the real.
What's the
joint
name
right
of
there.
it?
Lusages. Shout
Okay,
out to
shout out to
Lusages in Bedford,
Lusages
Texas.
in Bedford, Texas.
You know
Y'all
what
can
I'm
bring
saying?
us some pizza up here.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We'll shout y'all out.
And we'll shake your hand.
And we'll shake your hand when you bring it.
Right. Right.
But for real now.
And the red pepper flakes.
And the red pepper
Yeah,
flakes.
they do it right over there. They know what they're
Ooh,
doing.
okay.
Wow.
Are they open now?
Nah, they close.
Oh,
They close
dang.
at 10.
New York slices. I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The size of his head.
I think that means next week.
The head?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
head.
I think that means next week we gonna bring pizza.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we earned it. I think we earned it tonight.
I think we
I think
earned
you
it.
earned it. Yeah,
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 you did. I ain't got no problem with that.
Let's do it.
Hey, I brought snacks.
I appreciate it. I sure appreciate that.
I'm just saying, I brought snacks.
You did. You did.
Anything, but it's cool.
Oh, wow.
Whatever. Stop being salty. Sitting in the corner.
It was shared, and then someone ate on.
It wasn't me. All right.
Wow. It wasn't me. But it wasn't me.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Okay, well, guys, thank you for being with us tonight,
Yeah.
and we will see y'all at 9:00
Next
Tuesday on Fishbowl Radio Network.
And YouTube and any of your other favorite platforms. We're going to be there.
We gonna be there on all of our social media platforms.
That's right.
All right, take us out.
MySpace? What?